The roar of the crowd has always been the heartbeat of the National Football League. For more than 100 years, this game has been more than sport. It has been spectacle, culture, and history written in numbers. Records that outlived the men who set them. Milestones that defined decades. Jerry Rice's 22,895 receiving yards. Tom Brady's 649 touchdowns. Emmitt Smith's 18,355 rushing yards. These were not simply statistics on a page, they were legends carved into the soul of the sport. And for years, fans believed these records were untouchable. But now, in 2025, the impossible is being challenged once again. A new generation has risen, rewriting the rulebook, chasing history with every throw, every catch, every run, every sack. This is not just another season in the NFL. This is a turning point. This is the new era of greatness. The story begins with Josh Allen. On draft night in 2018, he was not supposed to be the future. He was a gamble, the big-armed prospect out of Wyoming who many said was too raw, too inaccurate, too reckless to succeed at the highest level. Analysts laughed at the idea of him becoming elite. They said he didn't have the polish of Baker Mayfield, the mechanics of Sam Darnold, or the pedigree of Josh Rosen. For many, Allen was destined to be a bust. But football has a way of humbling experts and proving doubters wrong. In his first seasons, Allen struggled. The interceptions piled up. His mechanics wavered. The Buffalo Bills endured heartbreak after heartbreak. But through the pain, Allen transformed. He learned, he evolved, and slowly, he became something the NFL had never seen before. A quarterback with the body of a linebacker, the legs of a running back, and an arm that could launch missiles downfield. By 2025, Josh Allen had not just survived the league, he had conquered it. He reached 300 offensive touchdowns faster than almost anyone in history. A milestone that once took decades of consistency, Allen shattered in only a few short years. It wasn't just about the number. It was about the journey from being doubted to becoming undeniable. But every story of greatness is measured against the standard. And for Allen, that standard has always been Patrick Mahomes. If Allen is climbing the mountain, then Mahomes is the mountain itself. From his first season as a starter, Mahomes defied logic. The sidearm throws, the no-look passes, the impossible comebacks. His game was part quarterback, part magician. He didn't just break records, he set them on fire and rewrote them in bold letters. By the time Allen reached his milestone, Mahomes had already stood there, waiting, with multiple MVPs, Super Bowls, and a dynasty in Kansas City. In 2025, the rivalry is no longer a question of talent, it is a question of legacy. Brady had Manning. Montana had Marino. Now, Mahomes has Allen. And every touchdown, every drive, every record shattered is not just about the scoreboard, it is about the race for immortality. The quarterback position may dominate the spotlight, but football is not a one-man show. It is a symphony, and in 2025, the wide receivers are playing louder than ever before. This is the golden age of the wideout. At the front of this revolution stands Justin Jefferson. By the age of 25, Jefferson has already rewritten expectations. His yards, his catches, his consistency. It feels like every Sunday he adds another line to the history books. Fans whisper his name in the same breath as Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, and yes, even Jerry Rice. His dominance is not just physical, it is artistic. Jefferson's routes are poetry, his catches are sculpture, his game is pure creation. Alongside him is Ja'Marr Chase, a touchdown machine whose chemistry with his quarterback has made him one of the most feared weapons in football. Every slant, every deep ball, every contested catch adds to his growing legend. And then, there is Tyreek Hill. Older now, but faster than time itself, stacking 1,000-yard season after 1,000-yard season, proving that speed does not age, it only evolves. Together, these receivers are not just catching footballs, they are catching history. The NFL once belonged to running backs. Today, it belongs to the men who stretch the field, redefine offense, and make the impossible look routine. But not all positions enjoy this renaissance. The running back, once the beating heart of football, is fading into shadows. In the 1990s and 2000s, the league was ruled by men like Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, and LaDainian Tomlinson. To win, you needed a workhorse who could carry the ball 30 times a game and still break off a touchdown run in the fourth quarter. But the modern NFL is different. It is a league built for quarterbacks and receivers, where rushing yards are harder to come by and milestones are rarer than ever. And yet, even in this passing age, greatness still finds a way to emerge. Derrick Henry continues to tower above defenders, a king among men whose stiff arms are the stuff of nightmares. Every yard he gains is another piece of his Hall of Fame resume. And then there is Bijan Robinson, the young star who offers a glimpse of hope, reminding us that the running back position may be fading, but it is not dead. When these men break records, they echo louder because they are rarer. In a league that no longer revolves around the ground game, their milestones become miracles. On the other side of the ball, defense writes its own history. Aaron Donald, even in the later stages of his career, continues to dominate offensive lines with the force of an avalanche. He is more than a defensive tackle, he is a force of nature, shattering double teams, recording sacks, and cementing himself as one of the greatest defenders the game has ever seen. Alongside him rise new titans, Myles Garrett, whose power and speed make him a nightmare for quarterbacks, and Micah Parsons, a young star redefining what it means to rush the passer. These men are not just making plays, they are building legacies. Every sack, every forced fumble, every quarterback hit becomes another number in the long story of defensive greatness. For decades, we celebrated Lawrence Taylor, Ray Lewis, and Reggie White. Now, we celebrate Donald, Garrett, and Parsons. The saying has always been that offense wins fans, but defense wins championships. In 2025, defense is winning something else. It is winning a place in history. But what do these numbers truly mean? A touchdown, a yard, a sack, on paper, they are just statistics. But in reality, they are monuments. Brady's 649 touchdowns tell the story of longevity and excellence. Rice's 22,895 yards tell the story of dominance that may never be matched. Smith's 18,355 rushing yards tell the story of resilience and durability. And now, Allen's 300 touchdowns, Mahomes' relentless pace, Jefferson's record-breaking yards, Donald's sacks. They are writing the story of today, the story of a generation that is not waiting for the past to fade but is boldly carving its own chapter into the book of football history. As the sun sets on stadiums across America, the truth becomes clear. This is more than football. This is more than wins and losses. This is history, unfolding in real time. The past gave us heroes. The present is creating icons. And the future? The future is already here. This is the new era of greatness. This is the NFL in 2025.